like a hater.
And
Acting
did you
like a
not
hater.
say? And did you not say that I was attacking Red Room, Blue Room? Go ahead and lie through your teeth. Go
No,
ahead,
I
because
don't. I
everybody here
honestly
heard
don't
you.
remember. Maybe I did,
Oh,
but
now you
what?
don't remember, girl. You
But
said
but
it.
but
You
it does
said
sound
it.
like it does.
You
Okay,
said
so
it.
okay, but you are kind of acting like a hater,
No,
though.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I didn't. I'm not. I just critiqued it because I didn't like that
Yeah.
everybody keeps using policing, and I don't think that people are using policing correctly. And that's
You
not
were
even
killing the police.
that's not even necessarily in your words, attacking Red Room, Blue Room. That's just critiquing how people use policing in this sense on how we have learned it on TikTok.
I didn't
So
say
when you
anything
try
about
to when you try
policing.
to land a point next time, Bill, actually make sure you fully understand what I said instead of just jumping your chin into the pool.
I didn't
Okay,
say anything
thank you.
about policing.
She did.
I didn't mention policing at all. Policing didn't even come out of my mouth. What the hell are you
I'm
on?
talking about T-Bone.
Ugh.
I was responding to what T-Bone said about the police department because
You
you
like the
asked him
cops.
to explain. You asked him to explain the concept of Red Room, Blue Room. Now, what do you have to say about that?
Well, now that you know, stop fucking with it. There you go.
I can fuck with it all I want. That don't mean I'm a hater. I can critique it all I want.
I'm just saying. I just like to point out hater vibes. Hater vibes.
It's not hater vibes, girl. What am I hating on?
It's hater vibes.
I just gave my opinion. It's free speech, right?
Yeah, hater vibes.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Remember what you said? It doesn't dissolve you. Free speech doesn't dissolve you from consequences. So the
That ain't no
consequences
consequence,
are
girl. Your
me
body is a
calling you a
consequence of
hater.
your head being too big. How about that?
Your mom. Your mom.
Oh,
Oh,
your mom. Your mom. So elementary, girl. Did you pass the 5th grade or no?
I definitely did, but I think you're still in 8th grade.
Oh, too bad you have to copy off my jokes so you don't have anything original because just like your body, you're built for it tough.
That's gonna put you in the burn book.
Right.
real. Wait, a what book?
Don't talk about my body.
The burn book.
The burn book.
What the fuck is that?
What?
Exactly. I was like, somebody can say that they don't like something without them being a hater. Like, girl, that's childish.
No, you've been hating.
Sounds like
Yeah,
witchcraft.
right.
It's fucking weird. And you hate it when
Girl,
people
it's not.
call you out.
That's what
Like,
me.
be
No,
for real. Like, grow the
you
fuck
ain't
up.
calling me out, girl. You ain't calling me out on shit. You can't call me out.
I just...
I made one comment and you classify that as attack. That is anti-intellectual. You shouldn't be in this shit. How about I start critiquing your ass? You shouldn't be a part of Red Room, Blue Room. You know why I think you shouldn't be part of Red Room, Blue Room? Because your IQ is lower than your fucking shoe size, ho.
That's a
That's
little
why I
sad.
think it should be a part
Nobody
of it.
gives a
You
fuck
are
what you
showing
think.
in this same conversation that you didn't
Nobody
listen to shit
cares
I
what
said.
you
You was
think.
only interested in attacking what I said. You're the one doing the attacking. I gave one simple critique on what T-Bone said, and you label that as a fucking attack. Girl,
Every time
please.
someone
Girl,
mentioned
please. You
Red
can't
Room, Blue
debate shit. You
Room,
need to be debating the next time you get
every
into a
time
motherfucking
someone mentioned
relationship. You
Red
need to be
Room, Blue,
debating that. Debate on how to stay married. Debate that. How about you
every
debate
time
that?
someone mentioned Red Room, Blue Room, your ass is mumbling.
How many
What the
times
fuck?
did I say something?
I was talking. Shut up.
Mute me? T-Bone,
I was
what? This ain't
talking.
free speech.
I
This
let
ain't
you
free speech.
speak. I let you. You kept speaking. It's my
I
turn.
was
Now
still
shut up.
talking. We both
It's my
talking.
turn.
Don't tell me to shut up.
So again, every time someone
Huh?
mentioned Red Room, Blue Room, your ass is over there mumbling like a child.
I didn't mumble anything. I said what I said out loud. Do you not know the difference between mumbling and speaking in a regular tone? Like, what are we doing?
I don't think you do because all I hear is mumbling from you.
Well, you must not understand English then, ho. Welcome to America. Aren't
Sorry
you
guys,
here?
I'm back. So I use I use policing like colloquially, right? Like when we talk about policing people's lives, we know what we're talking about. Like people having an issue with the
Exactly.
people you platform and shit like that. Like that's what I mean by policing. I'm not using that
Why is
definitively. It's
Bell
the same
agreeing?
thing.
Like, what?
It's the same thing as people talking about tokenizing, right? Like we use that in a certain sense too, but really that's not the definition of tokenizing. So
What are you talking about when people talk about tokenizing? Because when I hear people talk about tokenizing, is when white people will say, "Well, I have a black friend," or "I have somebody in the community friend." So, what other instances of tokenization have you heard where it's not used correctly?
Yes, tokenizing in that sense, that wouldn't be tokenizing. Tokenizing is
That is
utilizing
tokenizing. You want
someone.
me to prove
No,
it?
it's not. Just
It
referencing a black
is.
person would not be tokenizing.
That is when you're having a conversation about racism. They say, "Well, I know I'm not racist because my friend is black." That is
Well, no,
tokenizing.
but that's not the context. If I say,
That's the
not
example that I
necessary.
just gave.
Right, but that's not the only time that tokenizing is being used. But just to be
That's
clear,
why. That's why I asked
example,
you, Bone.
even in that, even in that example, so in that example, theoretically, yes, that would be tokenizing to try to absolve someone. I don't necessarily think that's tokenizing. I think that is
Why?
just an
Why don't you
invalid
though? You
statement.
don't even. But T-Bone, no shade. You said you don't read. As a person who reads and understands what tokenization is, I'm telling you this is what it is. So unless you can prove to me that it is not, then we can have the discussion. You can't go to me off your personal definition. I'm
Do
going off
do
the.
you? I'm sorry. Do you want to pull up the definition of tokenizing and I
We
can
can,
read
and you
it
can
for
actually,
you?
and we can also,
Since I don't know how to
bring,
fucking read, apparently.
and also we can bring up my example and ask if it's tokenizing or not.
This is wild. And no joke. Do
I'm
you
talking to
seriously?
T-Bone, girl.
T-Bone, I'm
Why is
not
you
talking to you.
intervening?
I'm
Talking
not
about it's
talking to you.
wild. The
I'm
hell?
talking to T-Bone. Shut up. I'm talking to T-Bone.
No, you shut
T-Bone.
up. Stop
It's
telling me to
funny.
shut up,
It's
girl. You know,
funny
stop
how
telling me to shut up. I'm not your fucking child. I'm a
Cascade.
grown ass
Shut up.
fucking
I was
adult. No,
talking
you
to the
you can ask
host.
me
I'm
to
not
be
talking
quiet.
to
That's what you
you.
can do. You're not finna keep telling me to
No, you
shut
tell
up.
me.
No,
When you
I'm gonna
tell
keep
me to
talking
shut up,
now.
I'm gonna
I'm gonna
tell you
keep
to shut up.
talking. No,
When you
you
tell
shut
me
up.
to
You
shut
shut
up,
up. We
I'm
gonna
gonna
sit up
tell
here and
you
be
to
real
shut up.
immature with it. You shut up.
T-Bone.
No, no, no. You don't
Pause.
talk. You don't get to talk to me like
Tokenizing
that,
race. The
hoe.
practice of making only perfunctory or symbolic efforts to include a small number of people from underrepresented racial groups to create the false appearance of equality, diversity, or inclusivity while not implementing meaningful systemic change. So, in that sense, what that is saying is that you are only utilizing that person and you truly don't mean for there to actually be change within weaponizing that person within the argument. So for example, if I have a black boy, let's just say I got a black boyfriend and I'm a white woman, right? If I was to say, well, I have a black
Knew it.
boyfriend, me just simply making that statement is not tokenizing, right? Because if I truly care about my boyfriend, which under that assumption you would, right? That wouldn't be tokenizing. That would just be me referencing my boyfriend. Now, if I follow that up with a statement of saying I can't be racist because I have a black boyfriend, you can interpret that as tokenization. I don't think it would be tokenization, though. I
Okay,
think it
well,
would
look
just
up
be a
the
stupid
example then
comment.
and ask Google if that's tokenization or not.
I
You
need
could
this
quickly disprove
recording
me
so I
right
can chop it
now.
up.
You can quickly
But I'm
disprove my
saying the
claim right
example that
now.
I just gave of saying I have a black boyfriend, right? Just
I
that
didn't say
statement.
that. I
Would
said
that
I
be
have a
tokenizing?
black friend in regards to a
Yeah, that
conversation of
needs to be
racism because
clear.
that's what we see that happens on this app. Every time we talk about tokenization, that's exactly what they say. Well, I can't be racist because I have this, or I can't be homophobic because I have this. That's why I said that's the instance that I've seen it, and that's why I asked you what instances have you seen it to where it has not been used correctly.
Yes, the minute that anyone references that they have a black friend,
Oh, okay, that's what that wasn't what I was talking about.
that's what
T-Bone. Don't you think it's funny that they took it literally, like you really don't read?
No, I don't think it was like you can't. Oh, okay, never mind.
I mean, at first I thought that's what it was, but like ever since then, they just keep bringing that shit up. Like I don't fucking read or something, bro. Like, come on, dog.
You the one
It's
said your
crazy.
light bush. You can't get mad because people want to use it in the
Yeah,
conversation.
I said that it wasn't a form of something that I'd like to do, right? I don't like
Okay,
to
so
go
if
and pick
somebody
up a
say that you
fucking
don't
book
like
and
Boost,
read.
then what's the problem?
I would rather listen to it on audio. That don't mean that
Okay,
I can't read the fucking law so that I can school fucking young king in a debate like I just did earlier. What are we talking
okay,
about, Cat? Like you know what I'm about. You
okay.
know, like come on, bro.
All right, so did you prove my example to be wrong or no?
Yes, I did.
You
By the
did not.
definition that I just read.
No, you did not.
Do we have to read the definition again?
No, I understood the definition.
Okay, so if you're
I asked you to
referencing that
Google my
friend without
I
the
asked you to Google my example and ask if it's not tokenization or not.
what was the example you gave?
Now you don't remember. I said when we have these conversations on TikTok, what we see white people usually do is when we're talking about the racism conversation, they will say, "Oh, I'm not racist because I have a black friend." Is that not the example that I gave? Because now this is the third time that I've said it. Did everybody else hear me? Cowgirl, did you hear me? FB, did you hear me? I mean, what's going on?
Hey.
I mean, I can look it up on my
Go
other
get the
phone.
clip.
Who's
Don't lie, you want to
having?
clip that shit immediately.
And don't when we use definitions, y'all love to argue that what y'all be arguing about definitions? What's the damn argument y'all be having about definitions? Now I can't even fucking remember.
Context?
Definitions are
I just typed the phrase into
Whether
Google
they're
and it says
subjective
the
or
phrase
objective.
is cited as
no.
an instance of resistance to anti-racist thinking. It
Okay,
does
no,
not
it's
pop
the
up as tokenizing.
so definitions are descriptive and not prescriptive because it's not how they're used in society. And I understand the definition that T-Bone is using, and I understand what Cascade is saying, that the definition that you read, T-Bone, actually describes how it is used in society. So what it's saying is like literally it's a reaction. So like literally it's what Cascade is saying. So which why I stayed on mute. So like if it's a reactionary, it's just it's like if someone says, "Hey, you're racist," and that person say, "Hey, I'm not racist because I have a black boyfriend," or "I have, I'm not homophobic because I have someone who's a homosexual in my life," or something like that. That's what that definition is explaining. It's a reactionary response. And that's what tokenization is. It's not like you're just saying that you love someone in spite of them being black. It's you're saying that, oh, I can't be this because I love someone who happens to be this, if that makes sense.
What I'm asking is that tokenizing? If I say, hey, in a conversation, I have a black friend, would that be me tokenizing? Because often what happens when people get on these panels is they use examples of things of what has happened to a friend of theirs. And they'll say something like, well, I was in the car with my black boyfriend and he was pulled over. And I saw how the police officer was mistreating him because of the fact that he was black. And that person is told that they are tokenizing their boyfriend because they're giving an example of something that happened where they saw the mistreatment of another black person.
I think it works one of two ways. I think either it's tokenizing when you use a marginalized group to remove yourself from possibly being a deleterious actor, or it's tokenizing and it's only accepted if the tokenization agrees with the other person's point. Because I have heard this too, where a white person will use a black person's experience to validate racism or systemic injustice, and everybody seems to be pretty okay with that. But then if there's a white person utilizing a black person's information or experiences to combat an argument, depending on that argument, that's not okay, depending on how the other people are viewing the white person. So for me, I boil this down to it's either wrong, we're gonna say, that people use use their friends or whoever to escape some type of accountability or to escape, being a bad actor in a conversation, or it's tokenizing either way, and people just kind of choose when they give a fuck.
It's even that way because it's the same way as if we're having a man-woman conversation and a man goes, "Oh well, I know that's not the case because I'm married to a woman." That's tokenizing because y'all literally can't empathize with some of the things that women go through. You can be there and experience it with her, but you still don't know what it's like, if that makes sense. Like and that's a part of the tokenization part, when you like literally try to throw someone else under the bus to escape accountability. Like when we say men are harmful and they go, "Well, I'm not harmful because I'm around my sister," if that makes sense. Just because you're not harmful to your sister doesn't mean you're not harmful to other women, if that makes sense.
If you can't have the conversation without the other group being a part of your ability to have the conversation, then you're tokenizing. I think that's just a rule of thumb.
Exactly. That was my point.
Well, either ways, it doesn't matter. My point was still proven. The one is in the queue. So if anybody wants to
How
drop
was your
something.
point still proven? Did you ask the question?
Yeah. Well, because like I said, going back to my original statement of why I brought it up, policing is just how we utilize this colloquially, right? On TikTok, this is what we mean when we say this, right? We also do the same thing with tokenizing because there's a true definition of what tokenizing is. And then we all have an understanding that a white person weaponizing a black person in any way, shape, or form within a conversation, we define that as tokenizing. But it's not the true definition of what tokenizing is.
Wait,
So
but
that's what I'm saying.
the example you brought up, I don't think necessarily would be classified as tokenizing because they're talking about an experience that they witnessed that they were also a part of, right? I.e. the police stop. So I wouldn't classify that necessarily as tokenizing.
Well, no, they wouldn't have experienced that because they're not the black person. So it would have
Well,
been
they
the black
were,
person
but they
who
did
experienced that
experience it.
discrimination.
It's not about wouldn't have experienced it. It's that they did experience it. They were a witness to that situation.
But they're not black, so they didn't experience the discrimination. So if the conversation specifically about discrimination against black people, they don't know what that's like. They're not a black person.
Wait, but they were a witness to the situation. That's what I'm kind of finding like a bit confusing here. I don't know exactly what you're arguing, right? Like if you're there and you're a witness to it and you're talking about a situation that you observed firsthand, then I wouldn't classify that as tokenizing.
The reason why it's not is because, okay, I've had this conversation with the whitey person before, and we're talking about the police brutality, and they go, I know what it is because I was there firsthand and I witnessed it, but they still don't experience it because they were literally led to the police car, treated with care, and put inside of a car. They only witnessed the brutality that happened to the black person, but they were not beaten. So they still didn't experience it. That makes sense. They didn't experience the brutality. They just look. You get what I'm saying? So they're trying to say, "Hey, I know what it feels like," but they didn't. Does that make sense?
That does make sense. But in the example that T-Bone presented, he never said that the person said that they experienced it themselves, but they were a part of that experience. They bared witness to the experience itself, right? So somebody sharing a firsthand account of something that they witnessed, to me, would not be tokenization. I would just say that's somebody retelling something. However, tokenization would be if a bunch of black people are having a conversation about police brutality and somebody goes, well, I have a black husband and I'm always worried about how he's going to be perceived by the cops, right? They haven't witnessed him having run-ins with law enforcement. They can only infer that that's what's going to happen because statistically that tends to be the case. And so that person is then utilizing their black partner to have an in a conversation that they otherwise wouldn't qualify to have.
I got you.
I don't know how we come to that conclusion then.
Well, because that's the academic definition.
But you said based off of their experience before they witnessed their partner going through this. But
I separated it. I separated the two, right? So in your scenario,
I was just using the first one. I was using the first one to kind of give context, because in the second portion, they're also witnessing within our society how black people are mistreated by police officers, and then having a genuine concern based off of what they're seeing. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I'm getting confused on how one would be, but the other wouldn't.
So one would be because one would be because the other person isn't necessarily calling to a very specific instance where they were a witness to it, right? Versus in the other scenario, they wouldn't have to bring up the fact that they have black loved ones or black family members. They can simply discuss the system of policing, but instead they take it upon themselves to kind of use this idea of, oh, I have a black partner or a black child or a black whatever in order to make their argument stronger. And it really isn't necessary to even bring up that person at all. They could just have the conversation.
Do you think it's important though that like, so if somebody's like intermingling in groups that aren't their own, and that's like their introduction to like the abuse of the system, that story for them, while it might be tokenizing for you, might play a really pivotal moment in their life where they saw, especially a partner, like a husband, when they get beat by the police unjustifiably. That might be very, like thought-provoking, life-changing, and that story might not be for tokenization, but to relay where their actual thought began. Okay, so that'd be different for you?
That is different. Again, I keep telling you, if the person is there to witness it and is talking about something that they
They're
have
telling a
witnessed with their
story.
2 eyeballs, that's just them recalling a very specific
Gotcha.
scenario versus somebody who just happens to have a black partner and the conversations about police brutality. And they say, oh, well, my black partner is blah, 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 blah. And or my black child is blah, blah, blah. But they haven't actually witnessed it with their own eyeballs. It's just them inferring via information that's out there or like whatever was relayed to them. That's
But that
different.
information, number one, the
I see what you're
information
saying.
would be factual, and number two, if a white person sees a video, a white person who has a black boyfriend sees a video of what happened to George Floyd, and they come to the conclusion that I don't want this to happen to my boyfriend. This was a terrible thing. Would that then be tokenizing because they were not there in the presence of what happened to George Floyd
I
to
think
see it
there's
happen?
I think there's a time for them to have a discussion about their feelings as people who are in relations with people of color, black people namely. However, it's not always called for. They can absolutely have a conversation about how police brutality ultimately does affect everyone, without ever having to mention that partner. But they seem to think that like them saying that partner exists is literally like, oh my God, this added to their argument.
So I get what Olive is saying. So I got a perfect example. There's a content creator on here. Her name is Gwendolyn Hernandez or something like that. She's married to a Dominican black man. She comes into black spaces and she utilizes her black children and her black husband by saying that he's not black. She's not racist because she's a white tea person. She's married to a Dominican. She goes into spaces and she denounces blackness and everything is related to it. And she says that she can do this because of who she's married to. That is the part of tokenization that is harmful, if y'all get what I'm saying.
No,
I don't think
that's just fucking
that's weird.
racist.
That's just weird as
That's
fuck.
crazy.
I don't know what's hard about it. We don't need to know that you have a black partner or a black child all the time. You can have the conversation without having mentioned them. And there is a distinct difference between you bearing witness to a situation and then utilizing something that you've witnessed to discuss it versus just randomly bringing it up to make your argument stronger or to act like you're a safe person for black people.
Do you think it's also okay? So let me ask a question. So, do you think it's inappropriate if people try to use their identity groups as like the bargaining chip of information rather than like leaning on like academic research or like statistics? Like if somebody says, "Well, I know this because I'm trans" or something like that, and it's like, well, if that's not what the research says, like I don't know what to say about that. Like,
I think
do you think they can tokenize themselves when that's even being harmful?
discussing your lived experience isn't like tokenization unless you're utilizing it to take down somebody else within your community and don't have anything else to back it up. Then you're being a token and you will get spent.
What about like out? You will get spent. That's crazy. What about like out group? Like so, like okay, if I'm debating a trans person and they say something that I know is statistically not true, but then they say, yeah, but I'm trans. So like, how can you tell me X? And it's like, yeah, but the data says. Like, do you think that they're trying to gain power through that tokenization? Or do you think that's just nothing burger?
I
There's
think
like
that's them
wrong.
weaponizing their lived experience more so than tokenizing.
Okay.
But yeah, most of the time when people call it tokenization, it's because they're not saying anything that they couldn't say without mentioning the person of color in the scenario. Like you can have the conversation without ever having to bring up your partner, right? Because if that wasn't your partner, would you still hold the positions that you hold? Or is it almost as if you're mentioning it so that you could be like, I'm one of you. And that's just not the truth.
Yeah, what you're speaking to, like officers, that's like when I brought up like men are harmful, and then like because I hold those lives, and men will come in my live and be like, no, that's not the case, but I literally give them the stats, and they're like, I'm speaking about global femicide and this, that, and the third, and they'll go, that's in factual and this and the third.
You're cutting out, cowgirl.
Yeah.
I thought that was me.
Sorry, hold up.
I didn't say anything, so I didn't want anybody to make fun of my ghetto ass internet. It's not ghetto.
To the policing thing, to get specifics on what you mean, because
After chill.
the only reason
Is
I
it
still
better now? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I'm
we
sorry.
can.
Can y'all hear me? I'm in my space rocket and I pulled up to the domicile. My bag.
Mm.
No, what I was saying is that Like when we have these conversations about men and women, oftentimes I feel like I have to kind of tokenize myself when I pull up stats, because men oftentimes will not listen to me when I pull up the data, because they just assume, like when you talk about femicide and androcide and stuff like that, they don't listen. So yeah, exactly. Facts over feelings. They get into their feelings. And then I end up having to tokenize myself because I am an SA survivor and, domestic violence survivor. And I hate that I have to do that. But a lot of times I don't want to bring myself into the conversation, but men don't listen to me until I do, if that makes sense.
It does make sense, because I think lived experiences, in particular for marginalized groups of people, tend to not be as documented. So I'm more likely to take into account a survivor's lived experience over just the numbers, or even a trans person, because again, the trans community is not as well documented as we think it is. So there's no statistic that's going to make me automatically toss out what they've said.
Back to the policing. Keep on what? What are you considering policing?
Policing is any time that a person has a critique on how I'm talking about the way that we use it, right? It's critiquing the way that a person is running their space in any way, shape, or form. So that whether it comes down to quote unquote consistency, or if it's about who you have on your platform, your drop rules, this, that, and the third, anything dealing with that would all be under the guise of policing.
So even if it's for the betterment of your platform, I'm snacking. I'm sorry.
Yes, because what you think would be better for my platform, somebody else would disagree with. So, I mean, regardless of
guidelines, that's what we had a discussion about before, T-Bone. Like, yes. What I'm saying is the guidelines. So, I mean, I don't see how that would be policing.
I would say, I don't know. I feel like there's a distinct difference between critiquing somebody's platform versus policing it, because in order to police it, you would be able to actually like physically implement those changes for that person. And I don't think you can.
If
So like a road.
a black person, we'll use this example, black woman gets up on the panel and she is vocal about something microaggressive that somebody said, right? And that white person responds as saying, hey, you need to calm down. Stop all of that yelling. You're getting real aggressive. Is that policing their speech and their tone?
I would say that's just being racist.
I thought
but utilizing policing within their racism, right?
No, they're just macro-aggressing, in my opinion. I think policing would be if they were like a lot more assertive.
So they would have to.
I was told that I was policing how a white woman was speaking when they were being microaggressive to me. So it depends on where you are.
No, that's crazy.
I think maybe tone policing.
I've always heard that to be policing. Yeah, but tone policing is kind of the same thing. When you try to tell somebody that the way that they're speaking is too loud, right? That tone policing, that's the same thing.
But that's just racism. I think like utilizing all of these terms.
So I think it's the same.
It's rooted in racism.
It wouldn't matter though.
Matters to me, because I think that we've managed to create a society in which people are just like frilly and like pussyfoot around terms in order to like make people feel better. No, if you are doing that, you're being a racist.
So you would agree with me then to change that verbiage from policing to racist?
Yeah, I would. I would say it's racist.
I think that's
you can commit a racism.
So I feel like, to me, that's tone policing. I've been told that I've been aggressive and assertive and alive, and then turned around when I said something back to the person that was trying to tell me how I was speaking, like I'm speaking normally. I was told that I was tone policing the other whitey person. So like I've had that before where they told me, oh, you need to calm down. Why are you so angry? It's always you black women. Like I've had that thrown at me before. Like,
that's why it's a racism. Like it's just
it's a racism, but it is a form of tone policing, because it's.
But I feel like tone policing makes it sound too cute. Let's just start calling it what it is.
But it can happen. Like even like men do it to women. Like even I've had men do it to me. Like, I feel like there needs to be, because
They committed a sexism. There you go.
well, I was,
You putting A in front of it is taking me out, Strawberry. Please.
Because I'm sick of everyone acting like these forms of bigotry are like, the reason why it's become so normalized is we don't call it what it is, right? Like, fuck it, you're a racist. Like, you don't have to be a racist for life. You're a sexist. You don't have to be a sexist for life.
I was gonna say that too, Queen. Tone believing this for white people, and that's why I don't think T-Bone did. It's the same, and that's why I kind of had I guess you can call it a little rant about the policing, because most of the times when I see people talk about policing is because they don't like that people have came in and kind of clocked them on the crazy shit that they saying, because they probably like the whole space, right? And they don't want your space to be taken down. But T-Bone, you have since responded to say that you don't care. So I think if you don't care, then you can't call it policing if people come in here and say, hey, do this. Like, you can't call that policing if you don't care about it. That doesn't make sense to me.
Thing is, like, I think T-Bone does platform racists, right? And so that's why I don't, like, why are we using these terms even here? Like, I feel like it's silly to use them here. Like, the people who come in here and have these viewpoints, they're racist, they're sexist. Let's just call them what they are. They're doing what bigots do.
but yeah, tone policing, I firmly disagree. Like, anyone can be tone policed. Tone policing is not subjective to one group. Anyone can be tone policed.
Sorry, Bex, it is. It's under the umbrella of racism.
Everything is under the umbrella of racism. Like, literally everything. Everything
is not.
Everything is not.
Okay, no, hold on. Can I finish a sentence? Because I was literally in the middle of a sentence. In a system of white supremacy,
you should calm down.
Everything is built off of, like, everything in a system of white supremacy is rooted in racism. Like, I can literally tie almost anything in a system of white supremacy to racism, right?
Well, I mean, rhetoric like that would be harmful, right? Because, like,
Why?
the thing is, because it demeans what dog whistles people are actually engaging in, right? Like, everyone, like, yeah, I hear what you're saying. Anyone can be tone police theoretically, but we would be disingenuous if we were to say that this shit isn't particularly used against black and brown
yeah,
people.
you could say it's particular, and even if you look it up and actually read the definition, a logical fallacy and form of gaslighting that dismisses a speaker's message by focusing on their emotional tone. It is a power over tactic commonly used to silence marginalized voices, particularly women of color. Commonly used, yes. So it is commonly used to silence marginalized women, particularly women of color.
That's what coined the term.
Right, exactly.
The term was coined because of...
Can I finish, please?
No.
So I'm literally
because you don't experience racism.
Reading the definition. Right, so like that's
what
the definition.
Exactly are we saying?
Okay, never mind.
Okay, yeah.
Bex wants white people to be a part of the equation.
No, because
and that's not how this works.
No, these are terms that literally have, like, I'm sorry, you can't tone police white people. 9 times out of 10, they do need to calm down. That's tea. It's just the truth.
So you don't think a man can tone police a woman?
No, if a white
you don't think a white man can't tone police a woman?
No,
because it definitely
they can tone police a black woman or a woman of color, not you guys.
But they can't. So a man cannot tone police a woman.
No, that's just him doing what he does. Like, until you guys are ready to dismantle the system that they've created for you and critique them, as far as I'm concerned, they can tell y'all to shut up as much as they want. That's their right. So it literally okay. So I guess okay. I'm kidding. Happy Black History Month.
Shut up.
Only a little bit. You can finish reading the definition. I'm going to stop trolling you.
If the definition specifically says commonly used, right? In a definition, if it was only used in one way, if only one group could be tone policed, that would be in the definition. Commonly used in a definition means that is the most common use of it, not the only. I just think we needed to stop saying tone policing.
as a whole, because I think it's been bastardized ever since other people have gotten their claws into it, you know? Just say you're committing a misogyny, and then let's call it a day. You're committing a sexism, you're committing a XYZ. Because at this point in the game, I feel like words start losing definitions when people start like kind of acting like it also includes them, especially considering you have to be an individual who is marginalized being told this, right? And more often than not, white women will utilize the term tone policing with people that are like a lot more oppressed than them.
I mean, it's not something that I commonly use, but I am not. I don't want to like there. It absolutely happens. I've watched men tone police women over and over. I'm not one to call it out because I genuinely don't care. But like to limit it when like women are harmed by these things by men as well. Like there's lots of women that are harmed by these things. Like I had a groiper on my live first thing this morning. Like he said terrible things. Like he 100% tone police. Like I didn't say that to him because I don't give a fuck. But like it minimizes.
Though.
Huh?
Groypers don't want to tone police you. They don't want you to have.
I understand that, but I'm saying.
What are we saying? That's sexism.
Okay, never mind.
I feel like am I going crazy, or is this?
No, I'm dying to have like an actual conversation. Like I'm trying so hard to have like a real conversation about some of this stuff, but it genuinely just feels like at this point, like have at it.
Wait, no, don't do that, Bax, because that's just emotional manipulation right there. Cut it out. That right there is emotional manipulation. Because what the fuck? We were trying to engage with you, and then you're just sitting there, just like now doing that because I made one little jokey joke.
It's not one little joke. I can't finish a sentence, but like it's okay. I get it. Like
because you're if you feel that you can't finish a sentence, I would say speed it up.
Okay.
I'm serious. I have the ADHD. Like you have to speak at a tone, like a pace, a faster pace, like pick up the pace. And this isn't even me trying to be shady or anything, but you're one of those people who like in the span that another person would be able to say 20 words, you'd have said maybe like 8.
So would saying gotta be quicker than that apply here?
Long with right there. See? Clock my tea, Cascade.
I want you to check your DM. I mean, it's almost like, never mind. You know what? Let me not go down that road.
What the fuck is that, a microaggression, Bleach?
Ignore that. Ignore that. I'll just ignore that. It doesn't work the other way, but yeah.
What y'all not gonna do is y'all not gonna get me on the hate backs train. What? No.
It's a train now? Oh my god.
She got a whole fucking caboose after her these days, it seems.
I think people think this is like the first time I've been canceled. My name is literally canceled, but you don't think I've had like a hate train
Mama,
of not you, Strawberry, not you.
They're not trying to cancel you.
I've been canceled. You can't cancel someone who's already canceled.
They're trying to finish you.
There used to be a joke on my live that I was the most racist woman on this app. Like, this is not even the first time I've been on this rodeo. Like, I literally have had these hard conversations forever. I push back on this shit on purpose.
Wait a minute. When did you beat out Dana J?
I don't even know. It was like one day.
Dana J is not the most racist. Who said that?
Like, this is not a new situation for me. Like, I don't know. Anytime I've ever pushed back, I've been fucking I've had this happen. Like, I push back.
It's because you push back on some weird ass fucking shit.
I know. It's my favorite thing to do. It makes conversations good.
But, okay, so racism makes conversations good. See, this is the shit that makes me want to join the caboose. Because I've been side-eyeing you the past few days, and
I know, but there has to be push, like, some of these things.
Doesn't have to be pushback against racism.
Yeah, because we've gone, not with racism, but, like, there is points where it's, like, some of these conversations, like tone policing. This is a good example. Like, it's just not that simple. A lot of these topics are like super nuanced. Like, I don't like racism. I'm not going to go out there and say slurs and dox people and do terrible things to people. I'm not. But like some of these conversations I feel are a little like require a little more conversation than sometimes the left wants to have. And I feel like the left is really quick to jump on trains very quickly and like co-sign shit. And they don't I don't necessarily think that like everything is as simple as we make it sometimes.
I feel like it is
Hanging
really
out with Nick too
simple.
much.
That's what
I
I'm
don't listen to a
saying.
word
No,
Nick
because
says.
I've seen Bex commit 3 racisms. She has
Yeah, I'm
strike
a
5.
terribly racist, horrible person. I
No,
know.
shit.
Terrible.
You have to
I'm
get
the
to 5
queen
in
of
order to have me.
racism.
Commit 3 racisms.
You committed 3
I'm fucking
racisms right in
crying.
front of my eyeballs.
Oh my God. Well, I'm a problematic bitch. What can I say?
I think, you know what, T-Bone? I think because you don't check people on the panel and when other people come check it, that's why they say it's policing. That's just my personal opinion.
No. Checking people on the panel is no problem. That's the whole reason that I have the platform. If somebody does something that you think is racist, going after them is I love it. Go and do that shit. The problem that comes into play is when you then go T-Bone, why are you letting such and such and such say this, or why is you letting such and such be up here? That's where it becomes policing, right? Because then that attention is being turned from the person who's doing the goofy shit
Your
to
mom
me.
do it too, though.
What do you mean my mom's doing?
Your mom, you have moms that do the same thing. So I'm just trying to see, do you equilaterally call them out, or are you just talking about the people who are coming in your life?
Well, yeah,
Because, I
no,
mean,
that's
some of the same
policing
people
as
who
well. If a
participate in your
mod
Red
is
Room Blue
muting
Room.
someone or dropping somebody, I would say that that's policing in the same sense too. I'll use it in the same
Yeah,
way.
but I guess I don't understand those people being part of the Red Room Blue Room if your whole aim and goal is for this not to be policed and they're still doing the same thing.
What do you mean?
They're still policing. Like, why is this person up here? Why you let them join? Can they just shut up? T-Bone. They're T-Bone. Like, we we hear this all the time. They think that you're fucking Superman, Spider-Man. I don't know what other hero you want to name. They got
I
man in
don't know what they
it,
think.
but insert name and put man here. They want you to save them.
But the thing is, I feel like T-Bone doesn't have any actual like black leftist or POC leftist mods other than Aduaka. So
Cap.
he's gonna
The
continue.
officer.
Cap.
I forget that man exists. I'm
Hold
so
on,
sorry.
I-
I just consider him part of you.
Just part
Because
of
they
me
be
is
swearing,
free.
bro. They be swearing. I got more y'all than the other side.
Because
What is
you know
going
who he's.
Well,
Hold on.
she said black men, right? You said black
Look,
men.
I got Ashley.
She said
I got
black men. Why
Gidget.
did you say Ashley?
I
Let me
got
shut my mouth.
Atum.
T-Bone,
I
she said
got
black men. Why did you name
Joy.
Ashley? Why are you
I got
naming
OG
women?
Unk.
She said black men.
Okay, wait, no, because
Waka.
I didn't say. Okay, so I stand corrected. It just seemed that the ones who frequent here, y'all be in some hot water.
Wait, what
Belle's
did you
on her
say was
10th
black?
racism and she's a family member, And Bex, my God, Bex, she has to get to 5 this week.
I mean, it's like y'all joined at the hip.
Wait,
or
I have to
something.
do 2 more? I don't know if I have the energy for 2 more, Strawberry.
No, it's easy. You're a
In the
bigot.
micro.
I'm on to you. I'm keeping toll. You got one more. You got one more tokenization of your man, and one more.
I have one more? Wait, hold on. No, I'm just kidding.
One more. You got one more, and that proves my point. Tasha might be the only white person I've seen commit a reverse racism.
Wait, okay, I'm gonna DM you I'm gonna DM you my application.
Because Tasha's crazy. Tasha said, "Let's use white kids as human shields," and I'm still like,
"Oh, is that all it takes? I'll use the white kids as human shields."
Tasha said she's gonna have a protest and she's gonna have those white kids being human shields.
Tasha committed a reverse
How many white kids do I gotta like?
No, Didi, what Tasha said was fucking hilarious. After I thought about it, I even spoke about it with my husband. I was like, this shit's crazy. Tasha said, let's have a protest. Let's put all the white kids in the... Please stop.
You're making Didi so mad right now.
I fucking love it. No, I'm not trying to be fucking funny, but Tasha straight up committed a fucking reverse racism, and I didn't think it was possible. Why are you calling me out? No, Tasha said she's gonna have a protest, right? And she said we're gonna put all the white kids on the sides, right? and then they're gonna be protecting the black kids in the middle. Come to find out, Tasha got a few black kids at her, like in her house, because she's the mother of black kids. That shit had me weak. I said, Tasha, the white kids are human shields. This woman never once said no. She said, in case anything pops off the pops.
shit.
Yo, Strawberry, fucking
Did
dead
you
right
ever
now.
actually think about what you were proposing, Tasha, or did you really say,
I
"Fuck them, they're
was,
not my kids"?
I was dead ass.
You said not my kids.
I was dead
Not
ass.
my babies.
Save my babies.
No, because in that moment, I was so annoyed with Tasha. I said, "Fuck it,"
She
because now I'm
was
going
mad
to
at me.
Facebook. I said, "I'm going to Facebook."
Olive, she's 10 toes down on what she said. Tasha has said previously that it's
Fuck
white people's turn to take the
yeah.
shots for black people. Since we've been on the front lines, it's their turn.
I swear to God, I feel that way. Is it
But
wrong?
I'm
no,
sorry.
Good.
Hold on.
I
Wait a
agree.
minute.
Let
Flag on the
Tasha
play.
let
Hold
Tasha
on.
go
Wait a minute.
first.
Wait a minute.
Let Tasha go
Oh,
I'm trying to
first.
figure out what's funny. I'm
what
confused.
is? Wait, I'm sorry. Am I not
What's
supposed to
I
laugh?
don't know.
I'm missing the ha ha hee hee. What's funny?
no, it was actually
Oh,
that deranged. That's what's funny about it. The fact that she sat down, she thought about it, and she said, "Let's put all the black kids in the middle, and let's have all the white kids on the sides." You find out it's
There's gonna be a buffer between them and
and
law
the
enforcement
cops,
and any agitators.
look,
and
I'm
then I
down in the
found,
comments. I'm just listening. I'm
and then
staying
come to
out. I'm
find
just
out, her
laughing.
kids would be in the middle.
I don't see the humor.
That's okay. You don't have to. You weren't
I
there.
See, I
don't
didn't
see
either,
the humor
Cascade, until
I
I
either.
know. I
found out her
already
kids were
got
black.
I don't
Strawberry.
want
I
to
already
be there.
got
Like, what
ripped.
is fun about it?
I
Like,
already got
can
ripped.
you
All right.
can you explain the joke?
I
Well, I'll
don't
tell
see
you what's
it either
funny.
because
What's
all I'm
funny is
seeing is
her kids are
advocating.
black, and they would have been safe, so she didn't care.
Can you tell us the humor,
Yeah,
Tasha?
but
Because
we're at. So I just don't see it how it's funny because all I hear is like let's unalive white kids. That's all I'm hearing.
Oh my God, Bal, we already went over this
So
part about it.
dramatic.
The
Mm-hmm.
part
I'm
about
not
it
gonna
that's
lie. I have
funny,
white kids, and I thought that shit was funny. But I don't know. Maybe I have a
It
fucked up
was
sense
the
of humor.
whole. It was the whole
oh God, you guys,
conversation.
you guys are
Strawberry, why you
taking,
bring up old shit?
because that shit was fucking crazy, Tasha, that you said that. And I was ready to go on Facebook, and I was about to say she's proposing blonde human shields. Like, I was gonna
I
get ready
love
to
the shit
pitch
out of
you.
you.
Blonde
You
human
fucking.
shields.
I'm gonna drop, but thanks for bringing me up for that one.
so no explanation.
Blessings, Tasha.
Yeah, no,
Cascade,
I
it
don't
was
feel it's
just
necessary to
Cascade.
explain myself
She
to
was being
you.
messy. She was feeling messy. She was ready to risk the white kids for her
I
kids, and
mean,
that shit was hilarious.
Listen,
I thought it was
she
that,
evil.
was there. There was a protest that was being organized by children,
yes,
and she felt as though it wouldn't be wise to let children who are under the age of voting alone in terms of organizing and without support or a plan or anything
correct,
like that. So it is what it
correct.
is. You
It
know,
was funny only Cascade
there's
because she brought it
times
up. That's all.
there are moments for critique and education, but at the end of the day, you know, we gotta identify our allies and the ones that are riding for us.
It was
But yeah,
just funny
I
because,
don't find the
sorry,
humor.
cowgirl. It was funny
Yeah, I was
because
gonna
she
say,
brought it
who
up.
is
It
that?
was like
Also
a
too.
whole week
Who
ago.
is that?
Okay. Also too, our Aruka. I don't believe in allies. I believe in accomplices because allies have the opportunity to lie, and then they have the opportunity to walk away.
Okay, okay. I see what you're doing there with the.
Who's the ally in the
I like what
proposed
you did there.
situation?
I like what you did there with the
Our
You
language.
Walker,
hate
who's the
that.
ally in the proposed situation?
It was
All
strawberries
right, I'm
delivery.
gonna bow
Y'all
out
don't
at this
know me.
point.
I went back and forth with Tasha about this. I'm not gonna do it again. Like, she already knows that I
Exactly.
thought it was insane, but the fact, objectively now, stepping away from it now that she hasn't done that, and hindsight, that shit was fucking hilarious. Her kids would have been in the middle, and all her friends' kids would have been on the sides.
I'm not gonna say
Listen,
nothing.
listen. You know, you gotta fight the good fight. I guess you gotta do what you gotta do.
Oh Lord. I feel like maybe this wasn't
I
perhaps the
will
venue to
say.
share that joke.
No, it
I
Yeah,
wasn't.
will
I don't.
say
I think that
I'm kind
there's.
of privy. to this whole like committing a racism thing. That you know, we should just call it for what it is.
Hell yeah.
That was a racism. That was a misogyny.
That was a fucking big time racism and a
I just
child
think
abusism.
I think maybe some of us have like different ideas of like where I don't know. I think some of us maybe have some dark senses of humor or something. I don't know. I wonder.
Mimi, I don't think it's funny to laugh at how dangerous it is for our children, as I am a Black woman, but as I also raised and sounded the alarm on the safety of those white kids as well, because I don't want kids to be harmed, period. So I think like it was just funny looking back at it, especially considering I got on Tasha about it.
Like it's about white kids, like
They're still children. That's
they're
why I
still
was upset
children. Like
with
no one
Tasha.
actually wants children to be harmed, but in a like I don't know. I don't
You
fucking
joking with a
know.
racist ain't cool. I'm not joking. Wait, is Tasha a racist?
I'm just so confused because
Definitely
maybe
not.
I'm a little biased because I have white
Is
kids.
Tasha a
And
racist? You
my
don't have
kids
white
are
kids. Your kids are Muslim on.
but unfortunately, they came out looking like their white daddy. So what the fuck?
They're Mohammedan father.
Now,
Yes.
I think there's a lot of overlap, which is why Didi is saying "fuck them white kids" because I think they're talking about different people. She's talking
Yeah.
about Bex being racist, and the joke is from what Tasha said.
Right.
So it,
Might be confused.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
say at
It's
this
just
one.
getting
I'm too
confusing.
white for this conversation. I'm gonna
And the
shut up.
joke was about white kids like being used. Like
Well, that wasn't the joke. The joke was that she's using the white kids to
to
protect her
protect
kids in the
black,
middle.
to protect
Because her kids are
black.
Black. They would be in the middle.
Right. So
I know.
like
Okay, well, yeah. You know what, Bex? Don't fucking laugh at me. You
well,
fucking
I'm not
racist
laughing at you.
bitch.
White
Okay,
kids. I got
God.
a white kid. I got white
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah, Bex is a racist officer, so what's really tea? The fuck? Are you okay? You don't think you don't think Bex, do you not think that you're a racist?
I'm sorry. Isn't Tasha white too?
Do
Yeah, that's
I
what's
think?
her husband's Black and her
Yes.
kids are Black.
I don't think this is a conversation I'm going to have with you on this panel. Yes,
Would
I'm a
that
racist. I'm
would that be
terrible, terrible
tokenizing?
racist.
I'm confused. I don't think. Never mind. I'm gonna stay out of it.
Yeah, wait. I
I
guess you
mean,
can say
all
her
white
kids are
people are in here.
biracial, so they
All
would
white
be.
people.
Yeah, I understand that, but just because she's married to a black man or has children with a black man doesn't make her less racist.
I never said that Tasha wasn't a racist.
No, but
I
you made a point of pointing out that Bex was, but you didn't say Tasha was.
I called Tasha a racist for this exact conversation, the exact conversation that I now am laughing at because upon further thinking about it, that shit's funny as hell. A white woman convincing a bunch of white kids to protest, and then her kids are in the middle because they're not fully white.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think there's like confusion on what the comment was. Like the comment
She
was
didn't. Wait, Tasha was not joking about it. I was joking about it. I don't think she found humor in it. I was joking about it because that was the last conversation I had with her was about me being upset about her coming to that conclusion.
She was laughing. So
I think she was laughing because we were cussing each other out.
I mean,
And
of
she was
course she was saying
uncomfortable.
that
She
now,
was
but I
laughing
mean,
here
if she laughed right after you
when she
said it, how can we
originally
not
made the
come to the
comment.
conclusion
She
that she
wasn't
laughed?
joking. Like
Right.
she actually said that comment with her full
Yeah, that's
chest
what I'm saying.
originally.
No, but when she was initially discussing it, it wasn't for funnies. It was like she really fully believed it. Like, and I think even earlier, if you guys were here, like, Queen V, it's just the person that was on the. Yeah, Tasha is definitely a racist, and you know what? Probably 9 times out of 10, which is why I was What? Yes. Okay, Queen V, thank you. I said that she needed to apologize to you and not to me.
Yeah, I think we should let the joke go because I'm not getting it. But yeah.
Yeah, I think that they low-key want to eat Bex up, and I'm gonna let them. So now, especially now that her man's in the panel, he said Bex is going to help us defeat racism. Good
Whoa.
Lord.
Ooh, is that what I said?
Now that's what I'm going with
Not what
to
he
Oh,
further
said.
the
that's what
plot.
you heard. Okay, my bad, my bad, my bad.
I didn't hear
You
it.
right.
That's what I
Show enough. Show
read.
enough. Yeah, show enough. That's what you heard. Okay.
That's what I read.
Sure, sure, sure.
I didn't hear what she said. I'm talking about you joking with the racist. You're who is the fucking racist,
It's
Bexy?
me. Dee Dee hates me, and you're laughing with me, and that's
I
why
mean,
she's
I'm not
technically,
mad.
you
laughing
are.
with
If
you.
they're
You're
all
laughing at
racist, you
me.
are joking with the racist.
Okay. Fuck.
If there's Dee Dee hates me
I'm not
more
ever
than she
confused
hates
about Dee comment.
anybody else. Like Dee Dee is passionately,
Okay, well, let's relax off
obsessively
Dee Dee.
hating
No, no,
me.
no. Let's relax off Dee Dee.
No, no,
No,
no, no,
Dee.
no, 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 no.
No Dee Dee no Dee Dee
No,
slander in my presence.
that
No
woman
Dee Dee slander in my
follows me
presence.
around clipping my comments so that way she can put them up on YouTube and call me Big Mac and Grinch and make me look bad. That's literally her. She has her entire YouTube. She
Big Mac and
literally, for
Grinch
the
is
last
fucking
few months,
hilarious
has been
for me.
posting year-old clips of me trying to like make me look like it's obsessive.
Wait,
I've
but you do the
never had
same
anyone
thing.
more. Aqua doesn't even have as many videos of me as Dee Dee has.
Wait, but you do the same thing with people you don't like. Like
No,
you
I do
post
not have a
clips, you
YouTube channel. I do
record.
not clip people. I do not screen record. I don't do any of that shit. I don't do
Okay,
none of
then
that.
how come every time you're in Nick's panel, you're fucking playing screen recordings? Where do you get
I'm
those
playing them
from?
off Dee Dee and Aqua's channel, not mine.
Okay, well, I don't think that. I think you do screen
Where we go
record.
from
I
this to
don't.
talking
I
about
swear to
Didi
you.
though? Like,
I
that's weird.
swear to you.
Hold
I
on.
do not
Black.
screen record.
What did you do to Didi? Because I know Didi. If she
No,
just
Dee Dee
like you.
doesn't like me. Okay, so there was an argument way back on Hog Boss's panel in like 2024, right? Where we were arguing about January 6th, and I made a comment about how the left has to be careful about their wording because of the right using it against us with the protests and whatnot. And she took that as me defending January 6th. And ever since that day, I am the worst racist on this app, and everything I do and say is a problem. And I'm like, everything. And we've actually had conversations and I've attempted to make peace with this several times, and every time she'll like just block me out of nowhere and go right back to it. Like I could literally show DMs of her messaging me about shit and like us being cool for a day or two and then her going right back to it. But I've never done anything to Dee Dee directly.
Wait a minute, I'm sorry. So the whole thing stemmed from you stating that the right manipulates information, which they're known for.
Correct. But
I
she
will
took it
say
as me
this:
defending January 6th.
I don't think if Dee Dee's not on the panel, we probably shouldn't say that because, at the very least, I do
She's in the
think that
comments. She can
it would.
request.
Wait, it would just reflect more so to your experience with regards to Dee Dee, because I've seen Dee Dee disagree with a couple of things you've said, and I've disagreed with a couple of things you've said,
No,
like
I
the
don't
whole
care if she
Ashley thing.
disagrees. She could disagree with everything I said, but she doesn't disagree. She sits in, even if I'm right, right? Even if I'm correct on something, she will sit in the comments like talking. Even if she wasn't there for something, she will purposely come at me with everything. Grinch, whatever the fuck she calls me that day. And she says I'm lying,
Grinch
but
is fucking hilarious.
she told
Sorry.
me with her own mouth that the tried to have a conversation about this. That's what she told me.
I love Dee Dee. Dee Dee, you don't have to explain it to me. Oh, I'm already on your side because you're black.
That's not what I said. That is not what I said. But that's not what I said.
Demarcus to the lie.
Incorrect.
Demarcus to the lie.
Mm-hmm. Didn't say you wanted me. You do. Mm-hmm. So that's not what I said. That wasn't my argument.
Oh,
So that's
I'm
not what I
done.
said. That wasn't my argument. What I said was at the end of the argument where I said all that is that the January 6 people should have asked BLM for advice on how to protest without breaking the law. No one said that they should have worked together. It was literally a comment saying that BLM did it better and that January 6 people should have asked for advice before they broke the fucking law, storming the fucking Capitol.
Is this the same conversation? I'm just asking for clarification. Is
I
this
do
the same?
remember this conversation.
Is this? Yeah, I think I do too. Is this the same conversation where we were talking about how they were doing it for the wrong reasons, but like the action that they were taking was justified type shit? Is that
I don't think I made that argument because wait, January 6th was doing it for the right reasons? No, I
They
think
were doing it for the wrong reasons. Listen,
they were doing it for the
wrong reasons, but like the action itself was valid because of the First Amendment. Not
that I wouldn't argue. I mean, it's been a long time. I don't remember exactly what the argument was, but January 6th was wrong. Storming the Capitol is wrong. But I think I argued that in their heads or in their minds, they thought that they were doing it for the right reasons. I don't know, officer. Do you remember?
Well, I think that was. I think some of that's my argument where I was saying that people need to be careful with how they stretch the term
That was the
insurrection.
officer.
I remember
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I remember we read it and I was like, "Ooh, you might want to watch how you stretch that because we're not
Yeah.
gonna. If we're not in power one day, this could really hurt us." Yeah, I remember this.
Yeah, I remember that conversation.
Yeah, so it was like a long conversation and all that.
Hi, Auntie. How are you?
I'm good.
Hey,
I'm
Queen
fresh
Bee.
retwist, Auntie.
I see. It looks nice.
Yes, hang time. Hi, Cascade.
I can't put my camera down too far because I'll get nephew's live banana. But yeah, mine's
You gotta protect T-Bone Live.
Yes. I'm not blessed, so I'm gonna keep it right.
I bet T-Bone playing the game.
You know he is. It's game
T-Bone
time.
ain't never paying attention to the live for real.
Maybe I asked that question. I
gotta
never
hop down. Appreciate y'all for letting me up. Y'all have a good night.
Bye, nephew.
There go T-Bone Jr. Bye, T-Bone Jr.
Because of their voices, they do sound hella alike.
Yeah, I told him. They're like, no, they don't. Yes, the hell y'all do.
No, yes, y'all do. Y'all sound just alike, actually.
You do sound alike. Like when I hear when I hear our walk on a panel, sometimes I'm like,
Really?
T-Bone?
They sound the same
Yeah.
to me.
FB.
They sound extremely similar.
That's why I'm glad. I'm actually glad that somebody
Maybe
else
that-
sounds like T-Bone because y'all.
Yeah, no, I was about to
You
say.
also
if
sound like
anybody-
T-Bone.
if-
That's
It's like-
scary.
You know who else is like that? Give Me 20 and DACA, even though they don't have any of the same arguments. If you hear Give Me 20 or DACA, on like they sound very similar.
FB,
I don't know
don't
if
worry.
you
You
guys
still
know,
sound like
but it's
T-Bone
the-
too.
Oh no!
I don't know if you guys
do sound like
but
T-Bone.
FB. Can you guys hear me?
No.
Sorry.
FB, can you say one time, I'm on your ass, man? Can you say that one time for us? Like T-Bone would?
I'm on your ass, man.
No, you gotta say, I'm on your ass, man.
No.
You gotta say, I'm on your ass, man.
I'm on your ass, man. Stop gassing me.
No, not
gassing me right
ass.
now.
Ass. It's
Y'all
I'm on your
gassing
ass,
me
man.
right now. Huh?
You gotta be like, I'm on your ass, man.
I'm on your ass, man. I'm on your ass, man.
You don't think and 20 sound alike?
I'm on your ass, man.
See?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then you got like, you a
T-Bone,
goofy.
you gotta say
You
it.
a bitch.
You goofy, bitch ass nigga.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was
yeah.
it.
Cause T-Bone, I don't know why
Hey,
T-Bone.
yo.
T-Bone, why do you cuss so hard? Like you
Yeah,
cuss
that was way
hard.
too fucking similar, bro. I ain't
My
like
bad,
that.
T-Bone,
bro.
why
My
you
bad.
cuss so
My
hard? Like
bad,
when
bro.
you cuss, it's hard. Like you be like, you a bitch.
Now, when he said
Okay,
bitch
but we
ass nigga,
went
I was like,
T-Bone.
hold
We
on.
went like years that people
Goddamn
saw
replay.
that people. We went years with people always
Oh
confusing you and
man.
FB, but with our Waka, there's a big difference.
So now
No,